Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Scrapping Scotland. You join me out in the shed today. Weather's turning, it's getting a little bit cold now, but we thought it's a bit milder today, so we'll come out in the shed and we'll do a little bit of scrapping. So today I'm going to scrap down this. Now this is a Tower 2000 watt air fryer. Show you the model. There's the model number. Okay, now I've done a few things like bread makers and certain types of air fryer, but never done one of these before. It's a really big kind of unit, so I'm quite interested to see if I get a nice copper motor inside it that generates all that kind of heat. So I hope you enjoy this one, guys. As always, if you do, hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, then hit that subscribe button as well. Okay, so first of all, as you can see, this is nice and clean. It's looks almost brand spanking new. Doesn't look like any of this stuff's actually being used. Well, you can see it's been used, but not a lot. So I don't know if this is something that just didn't work very well, or if indeed they just wanted to get rid of it. But this is all metal. Just check it all. So none of it's stainless, it's all just shred steel. Couple of little trays inside as well. Might actually keep those trays because they're really handy for barbecuing. So if we can reuse and recycle, then we shall. First of all, we'll take off this door. Okay, a little gasket on the inside, take that out. And we'll check this. And that's steel as well. Look at the underside, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, some deeper set screws in there as well. So let's get the ones out we can with these. Then we also have a couple of security screws here as well, right here. Hopefully now, there we go. Okay, there's our bottom plastic plate. Okay, there's our door off. Through these screws inside. Should have tried that in the first place. Okay, now we can see if we can release the lid at all. There's something else we need to do here. Now breaking that, I can see there's another screw hole here, so I imagine that's going to be the same on either side. Which you would literally never know. We'll take them out first just in case it releases it. Nope. So I reckon there's going to be another couple on this side. Well guys, this is certainly something that's been put together not to ever be taken apart again. So finally we've got the top lid off. Lots more screws to go. Let's get this board out of the way. Some LED diodes on there, that's about it. So we do have a motor here. Let's give you a little top scrap-a-lanch. Look at that. So we've got a little board, we've got that little motor on top, got a little motor on the side. It drives a belt, so that'll be a little synchronous motor. Your little board on there has got a couple of little items of value, not a lot. Okay, let's get it all taken apart. So again, now I'll look at the board there. A couple of relay switches, little copper toroid, little tiny transformer, little MOSFET, a little capacitor in there, some copper wire, and an aluminium heatsink. Not a lot. Okay, here's our motor. So there's a motor we've got out of it. Now all of these pieces obviously are copper. Yep, all these pieces. But is this piece copper? What I do is give it a little bit of a rub, some sandpaper, and that reveals that that is absolutely copper. So nice, we've got a little bit of copper. Okay, this cut piece is still not just lifting off, so we will continue to see what we can do. We'll remove the drive belt. We'll take out the synchronous motor. These are nice for a little bit of copper wire in here as well. I'd never stick them in with my motors, I always do scrap these ones out. Okay, now I'm going to have to start wedging pieces off, I think. I knew we'd get a piece of aluminium out of it somehow. That's the bit that held in the trays inside. That is definitely aluminium. This piece is not. More shred. Okay, the main body here is all steel. This little piece which is riveted on is aluminium. Okay, so that's steel. Stand on it to flatten it down a bit. like so. Okay, here's our little screen. You can definitely see it has been used, but definitely not a lot of times. Okay, the screen is also steel. Again, we just fold that in half, reduce the size, and again. Okay, now we want to take out our element. So this, guys, is obviously what cooks the food. Unlike a microwave that has a magnetron that creates microwaves, this has a heating element that heats the air that gets circulated around the air fryer. And that is stainless steel, this element. You actually get a different price altogether for elements, so keep them separate from your standard stainless steel. Okay, so this will actually have to turn clockwise rather than anti-clockwise. So it has a reverse thread. Okay, a little aluminium spacer. A little fan that creates the air within inside the fryer that has been heated by the element. This piece is also aluminium. It's got a little circlip on it. That's easy removed. And it looks like we've got a little brass bearing on it as well. Okay, this little piece just goes straight in the shred. It does have a little piece of aluminium on the bottom and a little bit on top, but it's too hard to get that off, so it just goes into the shred. A little bearing is indeed brass. We'll have another one inside here as well, which came off our motor. Okay, and that one's brass as well. Okay, we've taken our little steel retaining clips from out with this piece. This piece is aluminium, these are steel. We never checked our fan, but I'm pretty sure that's steel. And it is. Now hopefully we can pop this piece off. And that steel shred as well. And that little piece of steel too. Okay, and here's our little wire that needs cleaned up. And our last piece of shred. Not shred, sorry, our last piece of rubbish. Okay, now we need to take apart the motor. So to do this, we clip the edges. And we should be able to pull that through. Okay, that's one side at the top done. Now let's do the same on the bottom bit. So again, we just clip the edges. Okay, and then we should be able to pull it through from this side. Get a bit of purchase. And there we go, all through. Now to take this reel off the motor. Normally you can just squash the top of that and it'll fall off, but it's being a little bit more stubborn. That was how it was meant to work. And then we just push this piece through. It's not the heaviest piece of copper, it's not that big a reel, unfortunately. So we've never done very well for copper on this one. And there is our copper, along with these pieces. Okay, clean up this bottom piece as well. Take again the steel retaining clip off and a little filter pad. That's a nice clean piece of aluminium now. Okay, now our synchronous motor. That can go straight in the shred because it's all greasy. Put it there for a minute. I'll get rid of all these little bits. And there's a little copper reel with inside our synchronous motor. Okay, so there's a little bit of copper from the synchronous motor. Okay guys, so as I can't actually locate my scales in this absolute mess, as you can see, it's a little bit tragic in here at the moment, and we need to have a bit of a clear out. But as I can't do that, I'll just show you the metals. Okay, so this is our shred pile, this is all the smalls, and this is the larger pieces. As I say, I'll probably keep some of this stuff because it's good for barbecuing. Here's our little brass pile. Not a lot, a couple of brass pins and a couple of little brass bearings. A little bit of copper. Again, not a great deal, but a little is better than nothing. Little piece of aluminium. Again, two pieces here off, well, that piece is off the motor, and this piece connects to the motor. That's actually attached to this big plate, and a little bearing here as well, with a little spacer, not a bearing. And then we got our insulated wire. So not a great deal guys, but a little is always better than nothing at all. So we got a little, and it was a new thing to scrap out. So hope you enjoyed that one. If you did guys, please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then hit that subscription button as well. And we'll see you next time on Scrapping Scotland. Goodbye for now.